What is going on, you guys? We're currently pulling up to the junkyard, my favorite place ever, hoping to find some helpful pieces for the Savoy, and then after here we're going off to GK to grab my new coil pack. One of the best feelings ever is when you go to the junkyard and you're looking for a certain thing and you actually find that certain thing you're looking for. So I mean, I didn't find everything. I was looking for also a distributor, but I didn't find one of those. But I did get the entire throttle body slash single port injection, that entire piece with all the sensors. So I had the entire section now, and I also found another car that had a single point injection. It was a little bit different than mine was, but it had all the same sensors, so I took the sensor off that one. So I have two sets of sensors and an entire other throttle body single port injection thing. So that's awesome. We're headed to GK now, grab my coil pack back home, and hopefully make some progress on the car and have it running, not shutting off at all by the end of today. All right, our coil pack has been, we got the box, boom. Coil pack, nice and new, has been acquired, so hopefully between this and my junkyard parts, we can fix the car today. Checking out the score from today, got another set of the brake air dams with the hardware, nice little set there. A set of like smoked side markers for the Mark III or Mark IV, pretty much the same exact fitment. This is my favorite thing here. The entire single port injection up here with the throttle bar on the bottom. So there's this sensor, that sensor, and then the one on the side. And I did realize this piece here in the center, there's two little prongs, one there, one there. This middle ring actually pops off. So I can just swap this entire thing onto mine and also the sensors or the entire thing, either way, but it does come off. One of the most like mint condition golf bed I've ever seen. My two spare sensors there, one for this side and one for down there. I got another bulb for my trunk because I broke the one in my car when I was hitting the car with a hammer, and it finally broke that. And then I got a new shift boot. It's not perfect, there's a little cut right there, but still better than mine. So nice little score. Hopefully between that and that, the car is fixed today. Fingers crossed. Please, please, please work. It's game time, boys. That's coming out. That's coming out. The only thing I didn't get was a new distributor, but like I said, that one looks so brand new. I can't imagine that sensor's bad. It might be, but it just looks so new. Granted, looks can be deceiving, but at least for today, that's coming out, and it's coming out. Let's get it. So first step, I pulled off the intake. I've unplugged 1, 2, and 3 down there. Got the fuel lines pulled off with some paper towels to catch the fuel that falls out. There wasn't a bunch, but you still want to catch it. Next, there's 4 10mm, 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's gonna release the entire thing. There's 2 vacuum lines on the back side, and after that, I'll also pull off your throttle cable, and after that, the whole thing should come out and look just like that one. All right, so everything is now out, and also the gasket below the throttle body is also good, so that's nice to know. I was planning on using just this sensor and putting this sensor on top of my throttle body, but on the back side here, I actually ended up breaking this little nozzle when I was trying to pull the hose off it. Very, very brittle, so we'll just use that one. I think it'll be okay. So now what we're gonna do, swap our new one in, and also our new coil pack, and hopefully this will do the trick. I'm also gonna clean it out a little bit, but everything looks to be in the same spot. This one is orange versus my black one, so I don't know if that's different, but how the wires run, how everything's set up looks identical. So I can only hope this is the one I need. If it doesn't run, then we know it's not, but worth a shot. Update, okay, so I've gone through and I've cleaned, this is our new one, I've cleaned everything, all of it looks good. I also went through and I fixed this one as well on the back side of my original one. I epoxied it back together, letting that dry. So if this one doesn't work, I'm gonna try and swap just this top piece onto this one and just keep going back and forth until I can find something that works. Like I said, I don't know if this one works or not, but I'm praying it does. It looks to be good condition, so I don't know, we'll see. The coil pack on these cars is a little bit annoying to get out. It's kind of simple and it's also kind of not. There's one 10mm nut on this side, or a screw on this side, and on the back side under here is a nut. You kind of have to pull this up and kind of like reach your hand under the rain tray to get down there. Like on the back side, like right on the other side of this, there's a little nut that holds it in. So it's kind of easy to design, like it's really easy to get to, but then it's kind of a pain to try and get back underneath here to that nut on the back side to hold it from spinning. Alright, so I lied. There's actually a second 10mm nut on the other side of the coil pack, but the fact that I have to pull out this much of my rain tray is ridiculous. Just to get to those 2 10mm on the back side, like this is too much for a coil pack. Our coil pack is done in the car. Next thing I just discovered, so looking at these two, the throttle bodies here, that is our single point injection pieces. This is our throttle body. What I didn't notice is everything's exactly the same, but this is the one off the car I got from the junkyard. This is my car. You can see my throttle body is a little bit bigger, so I'm assuming this is the the 75 horsepower one, and this is mine's obviously the 90, so probably that's why it's bigger. I feel if I go to this one, it's going to cause it to like run kind of boggy or slower. So I fixed this piece in the back. I like silicone cemented it in there. I'll let that dry now. So I'm going to swap that top piece, this single point injection, onto my throttle body. I'm going to swap all the sensors as well onto my throttle body, and then we're going to go ahead and throw it in the car and see what she does. I'm really hoping we make some sort of progress today. I don't know, man. We shall see. But at least we're trying something, so better than nothing. Alright, we are all assembled and ready to go. Like I said, I don't know if it's going to work at all. I don't know if this is going to work from the junkyard, but I got it for 10 bucks, so I might as well try something than do nothing at all. So we have a new sensor here, new sensor there, and our new top piece all on my larger throttle body. So fingers crossed this works. Also our new coil pack over there. So we shall see, but for 10 bucks, I mean, it's worth trying versus spending 120, 30, 40, 50 bucks on one of these things. So we'll see if we get any different results. Everything at this point is back in its place. Coil pack's plugged up. I didn't miss anything there, I don't believe. I got the ground on there, the connector in the back, and the main wire here. My fuel lines are on. I got that plug in, this plug in, that plug in, the two hoses in the rear. I don't think I missed anything there. Gonna try and start it and see what happens. Say a prayer. Say a prayer. Now this may take a second to start because of some of the fuel that fell out of the fuel lines, but it may not start at all. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. Throttle body is the exact same as before. We just changed where the fuel comes in. The single port injection sensor, that's been swapped. The throttle body sensor has been swapped, and the other one on the side, which I don't know what that is still, but here we go. It's running, so that's a good first start. So now just let it sit. It's currently 06. Let's see how long she runs for. While this car is running, I'm gonna go ahead and put my new boot in. It's not new, but better, and I also put my new light in the trunk in. Our trunk light is now fixed. Also, I put the new shift boot in. Also, the car's not running anymore. It died about 30 seconds ago. It developed a very, very bad misfire. So let's try it again. Let's turn it back on at least. Uh-oh. Let's try my little tap thing and see what happens. See if that'll do any good to the car. It ran for about, what time is it now? Ran for 12 minutes before it dies, so let's try it again. Still nothing. All right, stand by. Okay, we are running again. I swapped out this sensor here for another one, and that sensor there is actually, you can see it in here, is actually the throttle position sensor. You can see the throttle. When you move this, you can see how this one right here will move back and forth. So we'll see how long it lasts this time. It idled smooth in the beginning last time and then it started getting worse and worse, so we'll see how long this will last. Okay, so since I've changed out that sensor, the car's been idling for about 45 minutes and still going. I haven't tried to rev it, do nothing. I just swapped the sensor out and started back up, and it's been about 45 minutes. We're gonna try and rev it up and see what happens. And if it's still doing well, maybe try and drive it. Let's see if we can rev this car a little bit without it dying or breaking up. Done smooth. I hear a little bit of breaking up though. You can kind of hear it. Let's see. Here, there it is. I mean, the idle's so smooth. There's no dying out, but that's obviously not right. I just want this car to run. What I should have done, honestly, is just swap the coil pack in and left everything else alone and then started it up to see what it did. If it still died, then mess with this thing. So what I might do now, well, it's kind of hot, but maybe tomorrow what I'll probably do, pull everything I put on today back off of the car, put everything back to my original single port, well, I still have the original throttle body on there, but original single port and all the original sensors, put it all back together, and then try it with just a new coil pack, see what it does. And if it still dies out, then we know one of the problem is somewhere up there. It does idle now really good though, versus before with that new sensor there. I do have another sensor for the bottom, but I have to pull the entire thing like up and out. It's all hot right now, so I'll probably do that tomorrow. I don't know. I just want it to run good. So the plan for tomorrow, I'm going to try and swap out I have one more sensor over there to try to put on the bottom one there. But I can only put it in there once I pull like the throttle body up a little bit, but it's all hot right now, so I don't want to touch it right now. Try it tomorrow. If that doesn't fix our problem, then I'm going to pull everything that I put on today and put it all back to how it was originally, plus the new coil pack, and see if that helps us out any bit. And if that still doesn't do anything, and there's still an issue there or with our distributor, then I just don't know. I just want, can you just run please? Can you just run nicely please and not die and not bog out and not do anything crazy? I just want you to run. You're getting on my nerves at this point, car. Just run. I will say though, I'm pretty positive this whole top setup thing here is gonna be our issue, because the coil pack, I don't know if it was bad or not, but that was fine before. But we changed this kind of stuff and now we have a new result, so I'm pretty sure that's gonna be our issue, whether it's all the sensors that are bad, whether it's the actual single port injection that's bad. Actually, what I want to try and do tomorrow as well, so I'm going to try and swap out that sensor too. There's also a single injector. So this is the injector from the one I had in the car before. I want to pull that injector out of there and put that injector in this one along with the new sensor, then try that. If that doesn't work, pull everything back out and go back to the original stuff. But I do want to try that and see if that has anything to do with it, because since this throttle body is bigger than that one, I'm assuming that injector pushes more fuel than this one does. So we'll try that and new sensor tomorrow and just fingers crossed. But if still nothing, then I'll probably need a whole new one from a car that was running before or working, because I don't know if that one worked or not. I think it did, but never know. And I still want to try and swap out a distributor, because that hall sensor might be bad as well. I don't know. Can you just run? Can you just not do this anymore, car? In all honesty though, by the time I figure out what's actually wrong with this car and get it running properly, Miley's gonna be here, so at least at that point I'll have Miley to drive and this car can kind of sit while I still work on it. But I don't know, I just want it to work. That's all I want. I know it's a project car and these things happen, but like that whole single port injection throttle body thing, I don't really like it. It seems to be really just weird and kind of finicky, but gotta stick it out. Hopefully get this thing figured out and running properly, and then we can continue with having some fun stuff with the car. And then if any of you guys have a spare distributor that will fit this motor, the 1.8 ABS, that you want to sell to me for less than what GK wants, because they want $350 for one of those things, which is way too much money, let me know. Also, if you have one of these by chance, a spare one that's working in good condition, do let me know, because I'd be interested in having a brand new one of those, or at least a new one come off a running car, and a new one of these. That way I can complete new, and hopefully at that point the car will be running and good to go. Because at this point I don't know what else to check. There's no broken wires anywhere. I don't have any vacuum leaks. I'm almost positive it has something to do with that. But again, I want to just try and replace all of it, but not paying $350 for one of those, or however much I want for one of those things. So let me know. I really wish this car ran as good as it looks. If this car would run as good as it looks, we'd be in great shape, but that is not the case. She does look good though. Can't wait till she's low. Get rid of that deadly wheel gap. There's been a few of you who have asked about the R32 and where it's at. It's here. It's right there. She's doing good, a little bit dirty, but car's running great. Everything's going well, and I think this weekend we're taking a little road trip, getting something very cool for this car that all of you are gonna love. And it's cool that we're getting that so close to Miley being here, so they can have it together basically. I don't know. The car's doing great. It looks good. We're waiting on parts this weekend, and also parts to be shipped in. We're still waiting to hear back from. But still, parts for the R32 will be here soon, and we'll make some more videos on that. It's been kind of a long time since we have, but we haven't done much with the car. It's just been like good little daily vehicle. So very soon, new R32 parts, so get excited for that. Okay, I am done for the day. Tomorrow we'll be back for part, I don't know, 15 of trying to make the Savoy run. And hopefully tomorrow we have some better results. I don't know if we will, but gonna keep trying stuff until we find that right thing that actually makes it run, because I really just want this car to run. I really do. I really do. I mean, it runs great from the back of the barn to there, but I wanna eventually leave the house and not have it die. That would be like, that'd be awesome. Like a real car. That'd be cool. So, we'll see. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget, be thankful for every single day. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.